Yo,
0-0.
settle, settle.
2 minutes left in the first
Oh,
quarter.
hell no. Totally missed that. You got a history on your YouTube, right? You don't have a history?
I mean, yeah, like I've looked up things,
Yeah.
watched things, yeah.
And so you can go into your history?
Maybe.
If you can, that means you can post on YouTube. Yeah. That means you're registered. You're not just a visitor. Fuck you. Oh, hell no. Oh, yeah, that's what you get. Dude, you just missed all of it.
I seen the phone ball.
But did you see
I didn't
how...
see the, no, I didn't see
When I was
the
like,
run.
oh, hell no.
Yeah, okay, we gotta work.
I know, right?
I can't guilt you. I can't fuck with you.
No, but I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Now my whole life is work again? What the fuck is going on? But no, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because I damn near can make the same money.
Well,
if I fucking bust my work a couple double shifts a week.
I hear that? I thought I heard that.
Yeah.
I hear it.
You hear that, America?
Yeah,
That's an animal. That's a bear. About to come up out of hibernation. She don't believe she snores. I got you now. It was funny too last night. What the fuck did I do? I was making some. Oh yeah. I was over there and she was sleeping and shit. She never woke. I'm like, hell no, this bitch is sleeping right through this shit. What the fuck? Alright, I forget. I'm going back to sleep. I'm going to sleep. I was tired. I thought I was going to wake her up. You know?
You want to have a look.
Never moved. Never fucking moved. Like, what the fuck? She's either a good actor, which I know it ain't, because if she would have been asleep,
yeah, sure.
She covers. She sent, you know?
Sure.
It was funny. On the way to that fucking restaurant yesterday, we were in the car and shit, and I fell asleep. I snored. I started snoring.
Shut up. You fell asleep in the 3-minute ride.
Yeah, it's not 3, it's like 8. Yeah, but yeah, I fell asleep. I woke up, because I heard myself. I was like, and I was like, yeah, I woke up, and I looked over, Jesse's like, staring right at me. Yeah. And I'm like, and I look over to Cooper's restaurant, I'm like, that dude's like, and then I asked him about it on the way home. I said, hey, you saw I fell asleep, huh? He said, yeah. I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he said he was thinking?
Yeah.
Like that fast.
Yeah. He's like, did you get any sleep? I was like, yeah. I got 4 hours. So now they're gonna, oh, dude. How the fuck did that happen? Did they punt?
They fumbled.
Oh yeah, what? Dude totally distracted me out of giving him the control. Wow.
Whoa.
This thing's getting clouded. Who's that thing up? Where's those Schwookie? Right here, America. Oh yeah.
And now you're going to learn how she met Jillian. Take a listen. Back in 2013, Erica was 25 years old, and she was in a relationship with a basketball player named Joshua Harrelson. So at the time, he was living in Michigan, and Erica moved out there to be with him. On the evening of September 15, 2013, Joshua Harrelson and Erica met a 15-year-old girl named Jillian Falcon. And I know this because Jillian tweeted about it. At 3:53 p.m., Jillian tweeted that she was out for sushi with her friend, and 2 hours later she tweeted, just met Miss Arizona and Joshua Carol
that
said
copyright.
heart eyes emoji. Now, I'm not sure if Jillian coincidentally bumped into Erica and Joshua or if they were introduced. What I do know is that Jillian had a friend and the friend's grandparents were renting a home to Erica in Michigan. So I'm not entirely sure if all of these people just bumped into each other coincidentally at the sushi restaurant or if they were formally introduced. But nonetheless, they met, and Erica struck up what I view as a very odd relationship with a 15-year-old girl named Jillian.
So I can help clarify. I can build on that. Like I said, I spoke with Jillian, and that information, part of that information is very accurate. It was about payment for rent, and that is how Jillian meets Erica Kirk. She opened the door. She's presumably living with or visiting her boyfriend at the time, and she sees Erica Kirk and she thinks, oh my gosh, this girl, 25-year-old girl, is so beautiful, and Erica is extremely kind to her, and they start speaking, and somehow, and Jillian does not recall how this transpired, somehow during this rent arrangement, Erica and her exchange numbers. Okay, so what happens next is they begin messaging each other, a texting relationship, and across social media, making comments on one another's posts. And in the beginning, it seems fine enough, I guess. The conversation is polite, maybe something that you might expect to see between someone who has some level of notoriety or fame and one of their fans over social media. Then it picks up, just as nicely indicates. It picks up, and I'm going to allow you to listen to her explain what then transpires. And I would also, again, like to reinforce the fact this girl, Jillian, is 15 years old, and Erica is 25. It's worth mentioning that. At this point in her biography, Erica is also working with sex trafficking charities. This is that year where she says that she got involved with a sex trafficking charity over in China. I'll have more for you on that next week, but take it away.
I'm not trying to be all that professional. I'm just trying to be real.
On February 13th, 2014, Jillian replied to one of Erica's tweets by saying, at Erica Fronsky, gorgeous as always. A few hours later, she tweeted, why did at Erica Fronsky just send me this? Laughing emojis. And there is a photo which says, this Valentine's Day, I am going to touch your butt. Jillian posted this tweet on March 6, 2014. Erica says, let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart. Give me a sex. Wow. And then Jillian says, okay, and puts laughing emojis. Erica then says, Sex too, but not from you, LOL. Holy laughing emoji. You always make me laugh. I don't bat for the other team just yet. On March 13th, 2014, Jillian shared another screenshot of her text messages with Erica. Erica says, I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight. No alcohol, and don't eat a lot of salty foods. You don't want to look bloated. Jillian then responds, thank you. Erica says, no, really, Erica,
Who's
I haven't had my coffee yet. What the hell, Erica, laughing? Well,
I know that. Who's she talking about?
The other girl is the girl that they're trying to say she probably was sex trafficking or something.
What are you trying to say, laughing emoji? Spit it out, you twat waffle. On the morning of March 26, 2014, Jillian tweeted, I just want to be somebody's woman crush Wednesday. Is that too much to ask? That evening, she then tweets, thank you at Erica Fronsky for making my whole week, and she shares this photo, and the photo is of a gnome, and it says, I want to be inside your lady garden. Know what I'm saying? On April 3rd, 2014, Jillian tweeted this picture and said, I miss this goon. A few minutes later, she tweeted, did Erica just text me hashtag no new friends? Oh my fucking god, I can't. A few days later, on April 5th, 2014, Jillian posted this tweet. Getting this in the mail from Erica Fronsky. And in the photo is a red box of chocolate-covered strawberries and other chocolate desserts. And the card in the photo says this. Happy sweet 16, beautiful girl. Keep strong in faith and know that you're loved. But most of all, never forget that you are perfect and amazing just the way you are. I am so proud of you. Today is the first day of another 365-day journey around the sun. Enjoy the trip, Boo. Love you. On June 7, 2014, Julian shared this tweet. This has been the most heartfelt compliment I've ever gotten. And she attached a screenshot of the conversation with Erica. So Jillian says, thank you. Erica says, you have the most stunning features. Jillian says, best compliment ever. Erica says, your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful. Jillian responds with the crying emoji, you're making me cry. In February of 2014, Jillian went on a family trip to Puerto Rico, and Erica was liking and commenting on her Instagram posts. So Jillian posted this photo of the beach, and Erica says, unreal gorgeous. And then Jillian responds, this is by far my favorite picture I took. My mom wants to get it blown up at Erica Fronsby. Erica responds, I can see why, Boo. Jillian responds, so perfect at Erica Fronsby. Erica then responds, ... yes, I know you are.
I'm just going to follow that with a little bit of silence. I just want us to all contemplate it. Let's actually contemplate it for the people who are going to try to explain it. Explainers.
Like I said,
who are going to be like, that's not
Charlie
weird.
Kirk
No.
got too
What?
close to
Never been a
something.
25-year-old sending chocolate-covered strawberries to a 15-year-old?
Okay, bro.
She was
That's not
probably a
weird. You guys are
handler.
haters. No, what? Oh, come on. You've never, as a 25-year-old, decided to message
like
a
doesn't seem that way,
15-year-old
no.
about their lips
No.
and their skin and how perfect they
I
are.
can throw
You
digs
never
in, I can
decided
throw
to message
digs in
them
the
when they
mix.
posted a photo of them with
I got
a
two
person that's
blockers
their
in
age
the
and
backfield
said,
for me
"I
if
know
I
your
need
friends."
them.
Yeah.
You know
Almost
what
like
I'm saying?
territorial, like, or
They aren't-
that's
they aren't
obviously
there to
almost
block,
a
but I can
joke
send
or
them
something
your
like that. By the way,
I can
just in
change them
general,
to block.
going back to how they
Yeah.
met, I'm trying
Yeah.
to rationalize in my
Type
head.
shit, you know.
Under what
Look,
scenario,
look,
if a 15-year-old, if you open the door and a
you know what I'm
15-year-old
saying?
was there,
I'm telling you, it makes your
would you
game.
exchange numbers with them?
It makes the game
Like,
easy.
I'm trying to rationalize it. Maybe if they were with their parents and they were
We'll
like,
see.
the parents were like, I was looking for a job, like,
We'll
I don't know
see.
if you need like a
This is a game we were
babysitter.
getting shits
I
down.
just want to go to dinner for a couple of hours, sort of.
No.
Is this the
No,
thing,
16.
maybe?
7-7.
But I'd probably
No,
take the parents'
this
number.
is the
Yeah, I would
game.
definitely take the parents' number. I actually
Were we
can't
getting shits
rationalize
down?
that, so
We've been getting
I'm throwing that
shits
out because
down,
sometimes
right?
people in the chat can be more creative than me.
This
So
is-
it's
this
like,
is
no,
where
it's
dude
just
just
a
play.
This is
number
where
for
dude
15.
had.
And then
just
This
kind
is
of
where
have
dude
this
had.
relationship
I'm at like
with them.
18 interceptions with no
Or you're
touchdowns.
commenting
Oh,
Right?
you're talking
and
Sean Payton. I thought
saying,
Peyton Manning for
making
somebody.
lesbian jokes. I don't
Sean Payton.
Yeah, I know. I
swing
don't
for
know
the
why I
next
was thinking
team
Peyton
yet.
Manning.
Is that appropriate
It's a
to
heavy
say to a
fucked up
15-year-old
to
and a
just not.
25?
So I just seen
Come
you.
on, where are my Erica
That's how I
stickers
know.
in the
That's
chat?
how I know.
Yeah.
I want to hear
was
it.
gonna say,
It's
why
a
is it
time to be
called
alive. You know,
Bang
everyone's
for a favorite
explaining
thing?
Jeffrey Epstein and all of his friends. Go ahead, go for it. I think it's fine.
That
Go
threw
ahead.
me
I want to
off.
hear it.
That's funny.
There's so much that disturbs me about that. But again, when I first was going, everything is wrong here. That's my natural intuition. I didn't want to then extrapolate and jump to conclusions
That's
until
for that.
I spoke with Jillian.
That's for that.
On the off chance that maybe it is my
Content.
personal
I'm just having
senses,
an earbud like if I was
having
talking to a
learned
girl.
everything about Erica's
Yeah,
background, maybe my
totally.
personal
Oh,
senses about
like,
Erica might be
yeah.
clouding my judgment. Maybe there was a
Instead of being like,
But you're supposed to be talking to America. America, he don't care about.
Oh, Kevin.
He just
Kevin.
ignores
He
you.
is just
Look
such
at him, and he distracts me. See what he does, America?
himself.
See what he does, America?
Strong
Hey,
Let me
my
show-
problem, he
let
ain't
me
got
show you how I'm
focus.
getting
But she
fucked up.
wants a
Hey, my problem, he ain't
15-year-old.
got fungus. He
to
got
feel
it.
sexy
No, he got it. That's his
or
own
something.
demon.
I also
Demons.
want
That's
to
his own
note
demon.
that
Butterflies.
15-year-old at this
I
time,
always try.
what we
Man,
know
I
based
must
off
got
of Jillian's
thousands
tweets
of.
Left
is
turn.
that she doesn't have a father in her life.
No paying
Okay,
attention.
she
to
tweeted
these
this
guys.
in June of
Every
2014. I
time you
haven't
say,
seen my
every time you
dad
start paying
over
attention,
2 years.
and then the demon comes back and
Okay.
finds a clean.
The reason why I
want
want to point that out is because Charlie Kirk and I did a lot on the road discussing father absence and
Father
how
absence.
these teenagers and children
Oh, that
are
way,
instantly
okay.
more vulnerable to tons of
Father
things, getting
absence. The absence
involved
of
in
the
the
father in the
networks
home.
of criminal activity.
Yeah,
being
is
a father in the home. So I just find it interesting that it's good fact to know about this girl at this time. Maybe her problems in her life since, I don't know.
Motherfuckers
I
must
asked
be
her.
Garbo.
When I told you I
Yeah,
called her,
Denver.
sometimes I just can't follow instructions the right
Oh
way.
boy.
And I asked her about how she felt
I
about
don't
10
give
years
a
removed
fuck.
from
I
the
want my
situation. And
first
she
fucking
responded
win
exactly
of the
how
fucking
you would
Yeah,
season.
same
expect.
here.
She said at the
Maybe
time, as a
because we
15-year-old,
rated him out.
she was blown away
We got
by this
fucking AI on,
amazingly beautiful, older, semi-famous
Yeah, it's like,
person that was giving her all of this attention. And for clarity,
You
Charlie
guys,
was
I'm still
position
married.
as a younger girl, obviously. I correlated to how
I'm
still
not sold.
I'm
still not sold.
And then I was obsessed with her. I was 13, 14 years old. My mom put me on punishment because I was so obsessed with Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera, at that point in my life, maybe if my mom had not punished me for idolatry, but at that point in my life, I'm racing home to watch TRL because I got to make sure she's number one. If Christina Aguilera had then given me tons of attention, I'd be like, oh, I can't even believe this. Christina Aguilera is giving me attention. She probably could have manipulated me into a lot of things because my brain would not have been developed. This is normal tween to early teen emotions and passion, and it's precisely, if you track my work, what has always been my biggest gripe with Taylor Swift, even though I like her music, it's because I find that she harnesses the power of that tween emotion to get business deals done. Yet she's 36. Anyway, I digress. That's the point of that. We know that they're reactive, they're emotional, and her fans will kill somebody if they have to, right? But hindsight is 20/20, as we always say, and Jillian today is now 27 years old, and she fully appreciates how absolutely weird this was, and how absolutely weird it is, and she's going back and she's wondering, what exactly was this all about? What exactly was Erica harnessing her teenage emotion for? Why is she continually telling her that she's beautiful, that she has perfect lips? Why is this 25-year-old who's not even from Michigan interested in this dialogue with her? Something she points out is, I was with my friend when I met her, but she never had this relationship with Cheyenne. Cheyenne is mentioned elsewhere in that video. Why was it particularly Jillian that she was interested in?
Get the fuck out of here.
And curiously, get this, she tells me that she and Erica actually never hung out in person beyond that first meeting. So this was purely meant to be an a platonic relationship where Erica said stuff even like this to her on Instagram.
Roku's self-serve ads platform. It's easier than ever with Ads Manager. Sign up today.
During the Beauty Rest President's Day sale at Ashley, save up to $1,000.
Yeah, go catch them all. What are you, 9 for 10? 10 for 12?
I got
10 for 12?
I got so many guys that I got there. I got both my.
Now at Ashley.
What's your percentage?
This dude right here is.
That
they're in block. So yes, you got no, there's nobody else for him. There's nobody fucking else for him to fucking do. You got look what he's doing right there. Right? He's like, all right, right there. Watch what he does.
Again, if this was 15-year-olds,
I told you about that.
Fine. I actually tend to agree with Nice's assessment elsewhere in the video. What in your mind is a 25-year-old man referring to a 15-year-old girl? What would happen? What would you be thinking? And again, Erica did not actually hang out with her beyond that. So what exactly was her team goal?
It's actually it would be a 25-year-old man doing it to a 15-year-old boy.
Where Erica tells
if
her
you want to actually compare the two, it's a girl on girl and boy on boy.
They had gone somewhere.
But either way, it's a
no,
child.
that exchange is actually in reference to
That's
Erica.
what she's saying.
I know, but she's wrong in her reference.
To have photos taken.
You're splitting hairs now.
Insane. She sent this 15-year-old to have photos taken. She's helping her because she's just so
what
beautiful.
Difference is it? Okay,
Get
so what's
into
the
maybe
difference?
some modeling. That's
Other
at least
than
how she presented to her. So after telling her how beautiful, perfect her lips were, she then sets her up with a photographer, a friend of Erica's. Erica, she says, arranged the entire thing. This person she had only met once. Then after maybe love bombing her, we describe it, then sends her to meet up with this male photographer. And Jillian said that this photographer was kind of creepy. She's trying to remember his name. She says she remembers it began with an R, and he was kind of shorter, chubbier, and yeah, I'd say yeah, Jillian, that's pretty creepy. Any photographer who is taking photos of a 15-year-old without their parents' consent is a creep. Find me this. I am looking to find and discover who this person was. And I would also similarly say that any person who is arranging for photographs to be taken of a 15-year-old girl without explicit permission from that person's mother is a total creep. So Erica having done this is completely and utterly creepy. It's creepy. It makes no sense.
Denver having to pay that
It makes no sense. I will not allow
Go
people
look that shit up.
to say that it makes sense in some
million.
context. Like, it just doesn't make any
For
sense.
him
I
to be
asked,
on
did you speak to your mother? She said, no, she never spoke to my mother.
Steelers got him
This
for
was
free.
happening on the phone.
Go look that
Her
shit
mom's
up.
probably thinking she's just on
That shit's
Instagram,
crazy.
speaking to whoever, and she's not even considering that this is happening. So what does all of this sound like? It sounds to me like every parent's worst nightmare. Your kid has a phone, they get social media accounts, they're making friends over the internet, and the next thing you know, you find out that there's a man at night, if Erica's message is to be believed, who's taking photos of them. So I'll ask the question, the obvious question here. How much smoke before we are allowed to confirm that it seems there may be a fire? Because everything in Erica Kirk's story, which we will more thoroughly present to you in the weeks to come, has proximity to child trafficking scandals and proximity to charities and involvement with charities that had trafficking scandals and abuse scandals. Sometimes literal proximity, by the way. Like, I think I've mentioned this. Turning Point USA's headquarters, incredibly, maybe I haven't mentioned it, they're almost directly across the street from the #1 human and child sex trafficking location in Arizona. A place called Arizona Mills. If you're in Arizona, everyone goes, oh yeah, I know what that is. Everybody knows about Arizona Mills. Who picked this location for a student activist organization? Who is the real estate agent on that deal? I feel like when a good real estate agent comes around, you're like, oh, is this a good spot? And they say, you know what, you don't want to be close to Arizona Mills. That's no, it's not a great spot for a student activist organization. Was Erica the real estate agent? And actually, I do know who handpicked it. I was around for that. It was Tyler Boyer. He's like a proud 5th generation, I think he says, Arizonan. He grew up in its backyard, the Chandler, Gilbert area. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that he was familiar with the reputation of Arizona Mills. Tracy Martin, Erica's best friend, she's also has been involved in charity work for trafficking victims via Dream City Church, which we mentioned to you. And that actually makes sense because Dream City Church runs Phoenix Dream Center. Phoenix Dream Center, according to their website, is a center that provides residential rehabilitation, shelter, and care for victims of human trafficking. Wow, everyone is so amazing. So amazing. You just can't get enough of trying to help these trafficking victims. It says that they provide affordable housing for men and women that are in transition, after having been trafficked. They give them food, they give them clothing. Nothing to see there. It's a charity. Can't question a charity. Turning Point USA is charity. You can't question a charity. Stacey Sheridan, who has been playing the role of Erica Kirk's mother, we recently discovered worked under Jeffrey Epstein's friend, Kenneth Starr, at Pepperdine University. By the way, I can't find a trace of her actually at Pepperdine University, aside from her resume where she says she worked there for 8 years, but in Kenneth Starr's office. But the point is that for almost a decade, she worked for Kenneth Starr at the exact same time that he was working with Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Fell asleep back
but Stacey Sheridan is not Erica's real mom. Lori is Erica's real mother. We had mentioned to you this desert spirit tech company that she was running, Lori was running, on a Native American reservation. And boy, were we hit with a lot of emails about, you guessed it, high instances of children and girls being trafficked off of that specific reservation where the office is not located.
I wonder if Erica Kirk
because somebody went.
Or anybody
distress
of
doesn't
her
exist.
connected with her.
But all of that, by the way, we'll get into in the weeks to come. In the short term, we can confirm this just must be all one unfortunate coincidence, right? All of it. You are a monster, by the way, for even noticing this. For even noticing this theme. You are a monster for wondering if Charlie also began to notice this theme in the end. Because what exactly happened the night before he died? Why was Erica being so weird but providing a sensible alibi for her whereabouts
that ain't what
on
I was
September
talking
8th?
about. Why is you standing there not trying to fucking tackle me?
When somebody else believes they did see her at Fort Huachuca.
Baby AI.
Speaking of September 8th, by the way, it's also an important date to flag.
Out of here.
I think it's a little weird, but it's a fact that Erica chose that date in particular to break her years-long Twitter silence. Did you know this? Erica had not authored a tweet since 2023. Right? She had retweeted a couple of things. Who knows if somebody did it for her? But she herself had not authored a tweet. Suddenly, 48 hours before Charlie's death, on September 8th at 10:49 a.m. Arizona time, she decides to break that silence with this tweet, scripture, Ephesians 2:8. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. Okay? And suddenly she then was on a roll. She then tweeted again on September 9th, 9:44 a.m. local time. She tweeted, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that takes refuge in him." And then again, on the day that Charlie is assassinated at 9:45 a.m. Arizona time, which is an hour and a half, right? An hour and a half before he's killed, Erica tweets, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." People ran like, wow, I can't believe this. This godly woman happened to have tweeted this right before her husband got assassinated.
He doesn't go for a ball. He gets boxed out.
Like I said, you're a monster
if
you're thinking that, like, no, she just really did suddenly want to break her Twitter silence. And she's very, as we can see, she is committed to the Lord. Every sentence that comes out is about God. So how could you question it, right? Anyway, before we go off air for next week, I want to be thorough and again put out an APB for certain information. So a couple of things before we get into what we're looking for at more tips at CandaceOwens.com. The reason Jillian is speaking to me is because she's asking people to stop messaging her. Doesn't want to messaging her. She's like, I'm already in communication with you. We're trying to figure things out. We're trying to figure out who this photographer was that took photographs of her. We're on it. We're on the case, so you guys no longer have to slide in her DMs or hunt her down. I am fully on this, and we'll have more information for you, I suspect, in the coming week. And now, pertaining to what we're looking for, please email more tips at CandaceOwens.com. Again, guys, we're a very small team, so I appreciate the emails about, have you seen this? Have you watched that? I would just, please don't send those. Like, just tag us on TikTok.
You can throw it right into the mix.
Or random things. We really want to use this to get information or answers to questions that we're asking on this show. And here are the questions that we are still looking for answers to. 1, who was it that Erica knew that was at the Batman Colorado mass shooting? That theater, remember, that happened? Batman movie came out in Colorado. Erica tweeted and said that she knew somebody that was in that theater. Does anybody know who that is? Has anybody heard any more? Is there an interview out there where she discusses that further? I would like to know more about that information. Secondly, does anybody know or remember Erica Franzway from Ohio? In doing her biography, it's almost as though she suddenly just appears in her high school years in Arizona. The backstory is that she's from Ohio until she gets into high school. Who attended middle school with Erica in Ohio? If that's you, we want to hear from you. More tips at CandaceOwens.com. Did you attend elementary school with Erica? If that's you, we would like to hear from you. You guys in Cincinnati, Ohio, please check your yearbooks. Maybe you didn't know that it was her, because it's a long time ago. Please email us. Also, does anybody remember her at Loyola Marymount? This is also the same school that Stacey Sheridan went to, and people who went in that same year as her say, I don't remember her. We have not had a single person that has come out and said they remember her, despite the fact that she is mentioned in a program. I'm looking for somebody who says, yeah, she's classed with her. She was a full adult by then. You would remember this. Oh, I went out with her for something. I don't know. If you attended school with her at Loyola Marymount, we would like to hear from you. And again, we will ask for more information just to dot our I's and to cross our T's, even though I think we have the information we need. If you have any information pertaining to Erica Kirk's whereabouts on September 8th, when she broke her Twitter silence, the 9th, or on the 10th, when Charlie was assassinated, because the story goes, Turning Point employees were told that she got the news when she was with her mom, and then she drove herself back home. Thus far, nobody where they live remembers seeing Erica, but she apparently met Stacey Sheridan and a couple other people, and then they went to the airport together. So it's a pretty big assassination. The entire world would have been looking out for her in that moment, especially people who knew who Charlie Kirk was. These neighbors said they knew him, they knew his wife, they knew his kids. And thus far, nobody remembers seeing Erica Kirk on the 10th. Maybe you work at the airport and you saw her board. That would make sense. Yes, I happened to work at the terminal and I saw them all run in looking frantic in Scottsdale. I would like to try to confirm that story on September 10th. Anyway, we will pause there, and we will be right back after the break.
Business evolves fast. Our students are ready. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Hungry for more? Get Kevin's Natural Foods. Clean, protein-packed entrees. Finance the old way. Finance the wrapped way.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. How do you know if it's the right car for you?
Look what you did, Kevin.
Ooh.
Tell me more about this one-on-one router.
The guy's untraceable.
All right, you guys, Mimi Skincare is the only skincare brand that I have actually stayed consistent with. It's what I use, it's what I trust, and it's what my routine is built around. A lot of people think that anti-aging is about finding the strongest product or... Another item that we can toss into the Candace Owens was right jar, but they were saying I was crazy. I tell you, I'm very quick at puzzles. I don't have a ton of strengths in other areas. I would say geography is not my greatest strength, but putting together puzzles and recognizing anomalies I've always been very good at. And I right away said that way too many dudes are wearing maroon shirts, and it's common sense they're going to organize any military operation, which I believe September 10th was, obviously, a military operation. To those of us who are sensible, you're going to need to know who your guys are. So yeah, you're going to have certain people wearing certain colors, certain hats, and they were like, "This is crazy. No, this many men really like maroon." And I was like, I feel like there's a color of the day here, and everyone who's wearing maroon is involved. Well, guess what? The Epstein docs dropped, and there was a mention of military colors of the day. A TikToker went viral discussing it. Take a listen.
If you don't know, during the Charlie Kirk assassination, there was a significant number of young men wearing maroon shirts. Originally, Candace Owens was the first person to point this out, and everybody called her crazy. However, I found proof that she was right. So after she made this claim, a lot of people called her crazy, but then there was also a good amount of people from the military that were saying that's absolutely a thing that the military does during secret operations in public areas. They choose a color of the day. So I started thinking, right? I was like, what if I searched in the DOJ files the term color of the day? And what do you know? I find 40 results of different FBI briefings talking about a color of the day. And every single one is unredacted. You can see what the color of the day was for that day for whatever military operation was going on. Now, most of the details for the military operation is redacted. However, on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination, the morning of, before his death, they established a color of the day for a sit rep, which is just a military situation report. And the color of the day is redacted. Out of 40 different files mentioning a color of the day for secret operations, the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination is the only one that has a color of the day redacted.
And they're about to kill her ass.
Like I said, I'm just out here doing common sense. I noticed also, by the way, it wasn't just maroon. I felt like they were organizing by battalion. Some people were all like wearing white hats. Some people were wearing their socks in a certain way, where I was like, never seen this many people wear their socks this high before. And if I'm a person who likes to organize her pantry. My pantry in my kitchen is a high point for me. Every day I go in there, it's so organized. I organize my seasonings.
Got two fucking
I had to buy a label, like a label maker, so I could organize my seasonings. Okay, for those of us who are that in the weeds on organization, thinking about how you might organize a military operation, that seemed pretty obvious. I just recognize organization. Even when it's supposed to look like chaos, it's got to be organized, and that's what was going down on that day. And I have a folder of, I like call them like the white hats, so this and that was happening on that day. Very obvious. Now, who knows? He said he's going through the DOJ files. Who knows if that particular reference
Same fucking
was
facts.
pertaining, it
There's
could be
no
pertaining to
way.
any number
Same facts.
of military
the
operations on
other
intent, and they could be
player or your own
covering
player,
it because there was
which is
maybe another
controlled by the
FBI
computer.
operation and military operation that was taking place.
Okay, here we go.
I
I'm
don't
here, black. I'm here, black.
Canada,
I got it,
whatever
coach.
it is.
I told you that.
no.
Notice that
I told you
all
that
people
already.
were
That
agreeing,
happened
so
to me.
I was just
maybe
going
that's
to
the reason they're blocking it out. I don't know.
This
What I
guy
do
over here,
know,
he's
the
just gonna die
Maroon
in front of
boys
somebody.
were somehow
At
involved.
least
That seems pretty obvious to
he
me.
made an effort to touch
That
somebody.
there was some coordination
This
happening.
guy,
Also,
all
they
he
were all
wanted to do
alone,
was
which was
he
weird.
wanted to go hold hands
Also,
with his guy.
whoever wore
Hey,
Maroon
guy,
wanted to go to
let's
this event
go.
alone. They had no homies with them. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. After yesterday's episode regarding Photogate, Turning Point issued a statement about how the wedding photo, which was curiously there when Charlie was hosting his last show and then was suddenly removed when Erica was speaking to Glenn Beck in December, they obviously were... Oh, they're always panicked and then they issue a dumb statement. That's kind of the move. They never take a deep breath and think about whether what they're going to say makes any sense. And the issue was Erica was like, "This is my first time." I went back. The exact sentence I think she says is, "I haven't been here in forever. Sorry if I keep looking down. This is a note that he wrote. Okay, how long is forever? It sounds like it's been a long time since you've been in this particular office, and you obviously have not even seen this desk. Anyway, to account for the now missing photo, they went to Newsweek. I think the editor at large is Josh Hammer. They just can't help themselves. They struggle with guilty in everything that they do. This is what they told. This is what they told the Newsweek. A post has gone viral online that appeared to show Erica Kirk having moved or removed a photograph of her and Charlie Kirk at their wedding. Well, Turning Point USA spokesperson told Newsweek Erica moved it to a lower shelf when her daughter asked to see it so that she could hold and look at the photo. It's still on the studio shelf, it's just lower down where her daughter can look at it whenever she's in there with her mom. Aww. There's just always so much obvious emotional manipulation. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like they should have went with the Andrew Colvett went rogue excuse. I think it's stronger. I like that. It's my favorite one. I said Andrew Colvett went rogue. I love him being rogue. It's more believable. Certainly is more believable that Andrew Colvett went rogue. Because I'm feeling now like I gotta start like justice for Gigi. They keep dragging this poor toddler into every possible alibi regarding Erica Kirk. And I'm just not going to stand for this much longer, okay? We're out here treating Gigi like Puerto Rican moms treat their daughters. Okay, Latinos, you know what I'm talking about. Their sons can do no wrong. The daughters, they do a lot of wrong. That's how I'm feeling like Gigi's getting some treatment here, but I'm not cool with. She's always in the alibi. Remember, Gigi kicked Charlie out of the bed the night before because she was doing gymnastics. Gigi wanted to move that photo to eye level, so they had to move it. Gigi wanted to go for a walk, so Erica couldn't have been at some fort in Huachuca because she was with Gigi. Leave Gigi alone. Obviously, that did not happen because it makes no sense to bring a photo to ground level in a studio that is not occupied by the toddler. Is this her first time seeing the photo? If she wanted the photo, if she was like, I want to hug the photo, you would just give it to her. You would just allow her to take it. This is your home studio. You would say, yeah, take it out of the office because it's no longer serving us. It's not in the background. Take it out of the office and put it in your room. You can have it. It's not serving anyone. It's supposed to be designed. Why would... that's my granddad behind me. That's a photo of my granddad. Why would... If Lulu, who is 3, came in here and was like, I want that photo, why would I be like, okay, puts it on the floor where my daughter should not be because it's a studio. This is not a playroom. Stop. Please just stop. I want Turning Point USA to, for once in their lives, do the right thing and pay me a monthly retainer to consult them on PR. Just say no. Nope. No. Nope. Because I would have said to them, I said, look, here's what you're going to do. Blame the housekeepers. Blame the unknown housekeepers. You're rich. You've got money. A lot of money. We're talking billions from Pierre type money. Just blame the housekeeper, Erica. What? We didn't even notice that. We just had someone in to clean. I am going to fire the housekeeper. That's what I would have done. But nope, nobody pays me. Nobody pays me the big bucks. And even though they are lying about Gigi, we can now debunk my earlier suspicion that Charlie himself moved the photo because he did not. It is likely that he could not have moved the photo himself. And the reason that they're lying is because they want to protect a person that is truly amazing. A person who is so terrific, who is so spectacular, that we dare not even say his name without an adjective. He is he who must not be named without an adjective. You know what I'm referring to. Because oddly, despite the fact that this is Charlie's home studio, in the aftermath of Charlie's assassination, before Erica got in there, Mikey began doing media hits from it. What's doing at the house? Nobody knows. What does he do for Charlie? Nobody knows. How did he become chief of staff? Nobody knows. So, well, yeah, anyway, one of our mommy sleuths did find Mikey McCoy, the amazing, the marvelous Mikey, on November 8th, giving an interview to Real America's Voice. And you can see in the corner, there is no photo, okay? There's no photo, so it was already moved. So if Erica was really seeing the notes on his desk for the first time in December, because she hadn't been in the office in quote-unquote forever, as she told Glenn Beck, the marvelous McCoy could not relate. He's been there. He's been sitting at Charlie's desk. But then on top of that, and here's where we get to debunk the idea that Charlie moved the photo, they were hard launching Mikey. Remember, I told you that. Mikey was like slated to take over for Charlie. And they were doing it very hard and very quickly after Charlie's assassination. So hard and so quickly that another sleuth found him on September 22nd, seated in Charlie's chair at home. Now, this is just 11 days after Charlie's assassination. And it also happens to be the same date that Erica was on that Zoom call telling the employees to button it up, get back to work. There's merch sales, there's hat sales. It's what Charlie would want. Charlie is dancing in heaven, but only if you're at work, working hard. You better work. If you want Charlie to dance in heaven, when she was given that whole sermon on that exact day, Mikey, the amazing, shared a similar message with Martha McCallum on Fox News. And you can see, just at the end of that, this little screenshot, that Mikey, you see the photo in the background. So I think Mikey got ahead of himself. Mikey the amazing. Mikey the marvelous got a little ahead of himself, and it was like messing up his vibe, and he moved it. That's probably what happened. He's like, I can't really vibe out with Charlie's. He probably even put up his own photo, and they said, nah, too hard, too aggressive, too soon. Anyway, we're only interested. There are so many red flags in the story. We don't need to pursue ones that potentially are not.
You don't think
and yeah, Mikey. I'm starting to like him. I think I've been saying these. When you start using adjectives to describe someone, the psyop works. I don't let anybody say anything bad about Mikey, the amazing, Mikey the wonderful, Mikey the spectacular.
The amazing Mikey.
I stand the amazing Mikey McCoy.
Mikey McCoy.
The question now is whether or not they're going to keep gaslighting us and lying to us about Charlie and Erica. I still feel very strongly they had a fight on the 9th. And also I feel strongly that they probably will keep gaslighting us, at least if the Epstein file situation is any indication, because we have been so aggressively gaslit over the last 6 months that sometimes we forget how audacious and how absurd and how positively traumatizing the manner in which our government just routinely lies to us actually is. Regarding the Epstein files, we should probably be in the streets revolting. We're probably due for like a revolution or something. It's so bad that Republicans are sharing Democratic tips. It's actually kind of bringing us together, because I think we all just hate the elites so much. And the quote-unquote elites, really the occult and the ball worshippers. And I'm clearly not a Democrat. I'm actually not even a Republican. I retired from politics. Today they took out Charlie Kirk and lied to us about it. But this Democratic representative, Jared Moskowitz, did a really good job recapping exactly what the Trump administration put us through with the Epstein files. Gaslighting his own supporters after insisting that day one they were going to give us access, they were going to tell us the truth, they were going to be the most transparent administration ever, holding up the binders. Take it away, Jared Moskowitz.
So through for like I hear at least 300
Pizzas
yards.
in 2 sides for just $19.99. Domino's Perfect Combos got you covered.
There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get
Call
all
up by
your
10
questions answered. Join us at the Mary Spring Home Improvement Show, February 13th through the 15th at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a free Design Works rendering.
Well, I guess we'll get it.
Rest easy with Pella's 10-year limited warranty and get 0%
If
I
interest
come down
rate
with
for
nothing
48
there.
months.
If I come through that,
Then you're a
Free in-home
blowout.
consultation
Nothing.
at
Then you're a
PellaWI.com.
blowout, America.
WGU's online healthcare programs
Hey, you
are
see that
built for busy
fucking?
lives. Learn more
He's a
at
fucking
WGU.edu.
Japanese or Chinese senator. He's like, he sounds like a little baby when he talks. It's fucking hilarious. Well, we'll take that. We'll take that like that.
In this city, everything is a gamble. Will Barrios punish another challenger? Will Ken Garcia turn life into history?
He's hot. He's very
Garcia, February 21st. Watch only on the
Try to double team him.
It's been 12
What you should have
months
done,
since you gave
you should have stuck your nose down there and tried to take one of those guys.
The list was on your desk.
I can't do that
Came out
because I
and said
got to
that there
cover
was no
the
list. Phase 2 of the
halfback.
binders never happened.
The
The
halfback.
President of the United States says the Epstein
It's
thing is a
either him or the
hoax.
tight
He
end.
blasts his
So
own
you gotta
base for
watch
wanting
which
the
one
release of the
breaks.
files. He
Which
blamed
one?
Barack Obama.
If one
Republicans voted
stays
against the
or
release of the
both
files in
break.
the Rules Committee,
Who's
and they
breaking
refused to
from
even
the
return to the
sideline?
Rules Committee until they could be protected from future votes
And the
on the
committee's
release.
not going to do it.
Speaker Johnson sends Congress home a day early before break. They
How
sent the
much- did
Deputy
your brother
Attorney
ever tell you how
General to
much a
meet
lift
with
costs
Maxwell.
from here to
She
work?
says something favorable about the president.
When it's
Miraculously,
not
she gets
busy,
transferred to a
right,
minimum
right.
security
Oh no,
facility.
dude! I
No
pulled him.
one can explain why. Miraculously, the leaks to the Wall Street Journal stopped.
That
We
was a
come
pick.
back from break. We have the Massey discharge
I need
petition.
to make sure that you set up for the
Republicans drop a
onside.
non-binding
Bitch,
resolution trying to kill the Massey discharge petition. The White House says passing the Massey
Should you
discharge
set up for
petition
the
is a
onside
hostile
kick?
act. Trying to stop the necessary 218 signatures, according to
Oh,
Republican members that signed it, the White House brought them into the Situation Room. You know, the place where the
That's
president
straight
goes for time of
arrogance.
war. Promising things like appropriations or maybe
I'm not
even
gonna
to
say that
primary
you
them.
need
People
to,
in the
but
room
it
say
doesn't
you were
hurt.
there. It didn't work. We get the
It's gonna hurt
218
my
signatures.
soul.
We eventually passed the Massey petition. You guys didn't release the files.
I feel
You were
my soul
forced
detaching
by
right now.
Congress.
Oh,
Every member of the House except one, and the entire Senate. The reason the president signed it is because it was a veto-proof majority. We can't agree on anything, and yet the entire House but one member and the whole Senate forced the administration to release the files. Cash Patel under oath said to Senator Kennedy,
No, it
the FBI is
wasn't.
not in possession of
I was
any
trying
credible
to.
evidence
They
that
made me
Epstein
kick the
trafficked
ball with
girls
my foot.
to anyone
That's
but
what
himself.
happened.
We
You
know
see
now
that?
that's
Go
not
to
true.
replay.
According to
That'd be
documents,
fucking
Epstein had a
nice.
worldwide sex trafficking ring. Girls from
I ran
Poland,
up to it and was
Czechoslovakia,
gonna press
Russia,
square,
Paris,
and
modeling
he kicked
agencies
it.
sending him girls. He even had a
He fucking
relationship
kicked
with a
that
summer
me
camp
fucking-
where he grew
You hear us,
girls at a
America?
picnic table.
You got the
Elaine
place
Maxwell says
around.
29 Epstein associates cut secret DOJ
I was
deals.
trying to get back
Turns
to the
out
guy.
prisons.
I went past him by
6
one
names readily
guy,
available.
so I had
We
to get back
unredact
to
them.
him.
Co-conspirators' names,
You gotta be that
but
guy.
we got them
That's
when
the
we
guy that ball
unredact them.
technical.
Maxwell recently tells
Not
a House
technical.
Oversight Committee that she
Generally,
wants
goes-
clemency to release more names. Cash Patel under oath said Trump's name appears less than 100 times in the files. We now know that's not true. Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than God's name appears in the book about God. Okay, by the way, this is the Trump Bible. Move over, King James. Trump's name
Except
also appears more times in the
Trump shows up because he's an FBI informant calling the cops on fucking Epstein.
Epstein file than Harry Potter's name appears in the 7 books about Harry Potter. Lutnick says that in 2008 he went to Epstein's home, says he had a massage table in the living room. That Epstein said he got one every day, that it was the right type of massage. He and his wife decide to leave and say they'll never be in a room with him again. Howard then says, I'm sure the Epstein stuff is all on video. He was the greatest blackmailer of all time. Well, how would Howard know that? But now the files are public, and in 2012 we find out that he and his family are on Epstein Island after Epstein pled guilty to state charges. I'm from Florida. I take my family to Disney World, not to Epstein Island.
This guy don't even.
There were documents in the files that dispute the
touch the
president's
ball.
claim.
You don't
That
even
he
touch
kicked
the
Epstein
ball.
out of his club.
But
Allegedly, the president said
able to
Epstein
knock it out of my
that he
guy's
asked
hand.
Epstein to leave. Supported now that's disputed though. Statements from the manager of the club. Now, Madam Attorney General, I have like 25 seconds left. So, because I'm curious, and I'd like to see flip to the Jared Moskowitz section of the binder. I'm interested to see what staff provided on the oppo on me, and because we're in the Olympics, I'm going to give it a grade. I just want to see how good it is. So, give me your best one.
So first of all, nothing is funny about mocking the Bible and holding up a Trump Bible. That's what you did. You made a joke, and I find it offensive. That's all I have to say.
I want it from the burn book.
Shame.
I want it from the burn book. Which is the best one? What you got?
That's all she had to say to him. Shame. Shame. Shame on you for telling the truth about what we have put the public through, what we have put our supporters through, the people that believe in us, who wanted to get to the answers, who they took us to this line because we wanted to see how power works. Instead, we're protecting people that are in the files. Howard Lutnick's practically running Trump's administration. Bibi Netanyahu and Howard Lutnick's all over the world. Jared Kushner, he's just been protecting his homies. And
except the only two
she's
people
got shame on you because you
that they can't
did
pedophilia
not the Bible
is Trump and Netanyahu.
That's what she's got. Yeah, she's got a little bit more too, by the
way.
What you
don't realize,
because I guess she thought this was going to work. And I actually appreciate this response, this next response from
evil.
Pam Bondi, her perspective on
that's
it.
Because they haven't
honest.
accepted Jesus as
I appreciate
the
it because it's honest. Take a listen.
They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million. And Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
It's simply amazing. It's as amazing as Mikey McCoy, right? She's just out there like, what? Let them have cake. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Okay. We were guilty. Guilty as charged. Yeah, Epstein's trafficking. It's a whole network. Everyone at the top is kind of a monster. Yeah, they've been trafficking children, harming children. There's all this Baal worship. We're referring to you guys as Goyim and increasing your taxes, making things more dangerous, stealing from you effectively. Money has gone missing. But have you checked your 401ks? Guys, gas is down 10 cents a gallon. Why do you care if we're harming children on islands? Why do you care so much? Are you good? That's what we should be talking about here. Gas. You can get petrol now, and it's like, 10 cents cheaper than it was during the Obama era. What's wrong with you guys? How much more do you need to be distracted so that we can go on worshiping Satan?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Please, let's talk about the Dow. Incredible. That's where we're at right now, guys. Up is down, down is up. Like I said, we are pretty much due for a revolution. I guess the empire was supposed to be every 250 years before it crashes and burns. It seems like we're doing that. Exactly. I recommend you pull your children out of these schools. Very clear that they are everywhere, and they are a cult of military. They are dangerous people. You don't want to deal with psychopaths that have this sort of a conscience when you're talking about harming children. That they genuinely, she does not compute why they don't care about Dow. She doesn't even compute it. She's like, what do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Yeah, you don't want to hand your kids over to people like that. Anyway, so much more that we will be uncovering, and always interested to see with that same energy, are they going to continue to gaslight us about Erica Kirk? Yeah. Are they going to continue to do the thing, refer to her as a widow, never did anything wrong? Right. Yeah, some purity test. How dare you do this? How dare you destroy the empire of Turning Point USA? It's all Charlie was. It's all he was. He got up every day. And this is what he wanted to build. He was not a person outside this. How dare you even question the very questionable things? Have you seen gas
coming
prices
to
lately?
Earth, right? It's not an asteroid. It's
You have
one of those
questions about Eric
space
Kirk's
projects that's burning back up as it crashes to Earth.
And it can't be hidden.
Have you even
so
opened
they
your
gotta
phone?
say they gotta direct you to tell you that it's this.
Yeah.
Before
Anyway, speaking of Turning Point USA, I have a very funny
hell
story
breaks
about
loose.
how
did you see about the dude?
wanted to get back at me. Apparently,
he got on a
Alex
ship to
Clark
go to Antarctica,
demanded
a trip to Antarctica.
that
And as soon
Dylan
as they
Paul
got there,
my
now the Jets got 3
Paleo
wins.
Valley, our show sponsor.
Wasn't 9?
And everybody who hears from our sponsors, we heard this from people that were fired from Careful USA and demanded that they decide
let's start the fuck
me
over.
What play?
or
That play
Alex
that I
Clark,
fucking told you to
because I had gone after her for dressing up in boots
whatever play I
and
told you to
standing
write the fuck
over
down.
the memorial site of Charlie to pose for what was it, the Washington Post, whatever it was. I thought that was weird. That didn't feel right to me. And she was upset about that. And I thought that was very funny. Anyways, this feels like a really good time to jump to ads. I feel like it's a great time to tell you guys about Paleo Valley. Something that my team and I are always craving are their beef sticks. Paleo Valley makes their meat sticks with 100% grass-fed beef, sourced from small-scale regenerative American farms, so that you can feel good about what you're eating and what you're supporting. They've stripped out all the junk. There's no preservatives, gluten, soy, sugar, dairy, or GMOs. Just clean, nutrient-dense fuel the way that food was intended to be. So whether you're road tripping, working late, or running around with the kids, these sticks deliver high-protein energy without the crash. Keto, paleo, carnivore, it does not matter. Paleo Valley works with your lifestyle, not against it. They come in multiple bold flavors, including original, jalapeno, summer sausage, maple, bacon, teriyaki. So there's something for everyone. With over 55 million beef sticks already sold, Paleo Valley is trusted, proven, and backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. Right now, get 20% off your first order at paleovalley.com, and you can use code Candace at checkout. That's paleovalley.com, promo code Candace at checkout. Also, I want to remind you guys about Field of Greens, because most people do not look forward to their annual physical because they're nervous about what the doctor might find. That's why what you do before that appointment matters. So before your next checkup, make the one health change that your doctor will be sure to notice, or you'll get your money back. Make it Field of Greens. Doctors today look beyond your calendar age. They also look at your biological age, how healthy your cells and your vital organs are. Field of Greens was designed with that in mind. Each fruit and vegetable is doctor selected to support your cells, heart, lungs, kidney.
Sorry.
In 1965, and
I left like 3 times and told myself that I was going to buy a pack of cigarettes and I haven't.
Here, start there. Okay. We're gonna talk.
a kick streamer who
There's a clip going viral online right now of kick streamer W Vagabond, who was doing an IRL stream in Antarctica. Antarctic authorities, which I never thought existed, confiscated Vagabond's portable Starlink devices that allowed him to live stream. This video is absolutely insane and really makes one wonder, what are they hiding in Antarctica? Before we get into these clips, make sure you check below the video to make sure you're subscribed. Hitting the like button is the same as sharing the video, so make sure you press it to share this video with others.
It's either where the elites go or it's a glass dome. Once you get like 200 miles in. It's called, that's why if you look it up, we can look up, it was called Operation
I can't believe how nice that is. Like that, it's just crazy.
Smokes. There's ghosts in here.
It's all ice.
The ghosts want to be in the podcast too. That's all right. I tried to fix it this morning. I can't fix my own shit. The studio's falling apart. We're not at the spot guys they like. We're at the studio. The set's falling apart.
Yeah, the view is just incredible, dude. Look at this.
You forgot what day it was?
The IRL in Antarctica, boys. IRL in Antarctica.
I bought some chicken strips with that.
Yeah, wait, what?
Some chicken strips.
Hello.
We're going to make them, so I guess we'll eat.
Well, they're good. So you have a standing. Yeah. Okay, it's confiscated. We will receive it on the way back.
You can't use it on the land?
Say again?
Can't use it on the land?
No.
Okay. They checked it in biosecurity yesterday and they didn't have a problem. What's going on? But you're the captain, so it's all yours. Okay.
You will receive it in the end of the trip. Okay, cool. It's not such devices. They're not anything that is related to the internet connection. Cybersecurity is completely forbidden.
Really? So no one's allowed to have a cell phone?
Nope. Not even the
Really? On land?
Whoa.
Is that for, like all of it? I'm just asking a question. For all of Antarctica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch out.
All ships. Not only these ships, all the ships around. And especially this one, like I said.
Where's my chocolate? I didn't get some chocolate.
Follow, unfortunately.
I gotta get some chocolate.
Right, bring it on land. And that's for every ship in Antarctica?
Yeah, for everybody.
Okay.
But
I need
our
chocolate.
procedures, they are very strict.
Well, you better hope we get 50,000 or 50 subscribers then, so we can start going live.
I just didn't, I didn't see any
Come on, people, we need 50 subscribers so she can get some
Okay,
chocolate.
Captain. Thank you.
Wow.
Sorry for taking it away from your station. I apologize.
Thank you for
Yeah, no problem.
What do you think is going on down here? I've heard plenty of conspiracy theories about Antarctica, hidden civilizations, alien tech development site, all the way down to it being Nazi Base 211, where WW2 Nazis escaped after the Germans lost the war. So how is this a cybersecurity issue exactly? They claim that it's to protect sensitive research operations, but what exactly are they studying that requires such secrecy and protection? Drilling ice cores, studying sea levels, and marine biology doesn't exactly seem like it poses a national security risk. Antarctica is the perfect place on Earth that all sorts of secretive research can be conducted. It makes sense to me. It's not like any vessels are willing to adventure to the South Pole just to check things out. Most of the ships that can withstand the harsh conditions down there aren't wasting their time voyaging to an area that's supposed to be nothing but solid ice. They're paid to go from point A to point B, and they have no desire to steer off course. Governments know this, and they don't want people getting curious about Antarctica. And what's intriguing about this is how virtually every continent on Earth can access it from different angles. I'll bet there are different regions around Antarctica that are informally managed by international governments based on which continents they're closest to. Actually, Canada has recently completed its first ever Canadian-led scientific expedition to Antarctica aboard the Royal Canadian Navy ship HMCS Margaret Brooke. So, are you guys as curious as I am? What do you think is going on down there? Do you think I'm a conspiracy wacko? Whatever your opinion, leave it in the comments so we can discuss.
What is power? The better question is, how much of it can you handle? In the GMC Sierra EV Denali, get 2.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra EV Denali models.
I understand you think I'm the right person for this mission.
Hey. Morning.
What's going on?
None.
Morning. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Matt, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I love you.
That's true.
Alright. I forgot it was Valentine's Day. No, I didn't. I did, but I didn't because work is going to fucking nuts. Work? What work? Who works? No one works. Who don't? I'm gonna kick the thing.
This is what Jaguar. This is what Jaguar Wright had to say about 50 Cent's documentary.
It was done too well. It left out too many things.
So can you speak on Curtis Jackson? 50 Cent said that this is the first one. He said that there's hundreds of hours of more footage.
I'm sure there was hundreds of hours of that was confiscated from all of Diddy's homes and that they just celebrated that never made it to the trap. I wonder where it made it to.
And the real reason why Jaguar Wright refused to join his Netflix documentary is even more shocking. Gene Deal, the man who knew every secret Diddy was trying to hide, was also not a part of 50 Cent's documentary. Both Jaguar and Gene Deal are in talks with 50 Cent to be part of season 2, and we've got all the details, starting with why Gene stepped away from what he says was a trap.
While I'm not in the thing, the lady was talking greasy to me. She had no right to talk greasy to me. And then she told me that 50 didn't have the power to do anything, but they used his name to like push the whole documentary. And that's what it was about.
Let's start from the beginning. A month after Diddy was arrested back in September of 2024, 50 Cent and Netflix announced that they were working on a documentary that had never before seen footage of Diddy and was going to expose all of Diddy's lies. 50 promoted the documentary, and according to some of his interviews at the time, he had been collecting evidence for years.
Speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Did He Do It?
Right.
You've been saying for years
it's called Did He
that
Do
you
It?
Feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Did he did it?
I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
I have
as
never
much stuff is coming. Like, when
been a
I
fan of that dude.
Of 3 men
but I'm a fan.
Drugged them and
I'm a fan now.
Yeah.
it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, people don't remember being violated for 20 years.
Now, 50 Cent knew that the one person who had the most amount of evidence against Diddy was Gene Deal. Gene was with Diddy for decades, and he had photographs, witness statements, and even video footage to back up everything he was saying. 50 wanted Gene in his documentary and was even posting clips of Gene Deal on his Instagram for years. He called Gene to try and convince him.
A lot of people want to know why you wasn't in it, man. Well, first and foremost, you know, I thought I was going to be in the documentary at first until I started talking to that director. I think her name is Stapleton. I don't know her name. It was the writer. I don't know, man. Me and 50 talked like 45 minutes. The producers had been calling me and everything. So this one night, 50 called me up, and you know they got him on the phone. Man, he was just talking. We was talking about old times down with Black Hands, sit down with with Puff Kids, the whole Puff situation, and this documentary that he's going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that I was going to, have
I bought my son a Lyft card.
Kurt would be the one who talk about the business part of it.
Lyft.
Tim would be the one who talk about
Lyft and Uber.
the growing up phase with Diddy and everything like that. And over there working in the record industry with him and stuff like that. They was like family. And I was going to talk about, the street stuff, what was going on with Bad Boy, with the security,
they don't want nobody driving no more.
The city college.
Don't jump too high.
The time that I knew about when I was with him up until about early 2004 or something like that. And so basically the streets and then the travel, and the atmosphere and everything.
It's nice weather out here.
Notorious Big.
But I just feel like the minute he feels that freedom, that ability to move,
and you know what? This kid was on the fucking floor yesterday, drunk.
They gonna spare no expense with this whole documentary.
50 was ready to pay Gene Deal whatever he needed, and all of this was because he knew just how credible Gene really was. Gene got everything he had ready and even called Kurt Burrows and some of the other music executives that had been wronged by Diddy. He was making sure that 50 had everything he needed. To finalize his role, Gene called the producer. That's where he realized that 50 was actually being tricked. Netflix was using his image to push the docuseries and had no real intention of actually putting out the truth.
And then she was calling me like I was lying.
To have the
I was like, yo, who do you think you are?
Last
she was talking about
last I talked to her, she
nobody paid. Nobody what? I said, first of all you people come with these documentaries, so the first thing you tell me, y'all tell these people out here that y'all don't pay, and y'all pay. If you can make a picture look like $10,000-$15,000, you know what I'm saying? You can sit here and tell me that you're going to pay me for my time sitting right down here with y'all. You understand? So then, one thing led to another. And I was like, yo, all right, well, F you. I spoke to 50. Then she said 50. And this is exact words that came out of her mouth. 50 does not determine what goes in and goes out of this document. And you definitely don't pay. He don't either pay with somebody get paid. It's not his documentary like that. So if it's not his documentary, and I spoke to him like that, I don't need to be doing nothing with you. Because I'm doing this on the strength of him. But you won't pay me.
Look at how bad they were.
So it went back and forth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then last time, remember?
They had Kurt Burrows giving me calls and everything like that. What are you calling me for? You know what I'm saying?
We did something.
What's that? Find that player.
I know what kind of dude you is anyway. Me and you cool and everything, Kurt.
20 seconds,
but don't
19,
call me
18.
about no business with this stuff like that. And then what I found out is that he was making a deal, cutting a deal for himself as well as Tim.
It wasn't about the money. It was about backing up 50 Cent and what he was saying. Once Gene realized that this documentary was just a money grab for Netflix, he stepped away. The real stories were never told, and as always, the victims were ignored. This is why 50 is working on a second season that he's going to release on YouTube. 50 doesn't trust Netflix to get the job done anymore.
You see this new interview about 50 that went on where he revealed that he still got unreleased footage?
I seen the interview about he said that he had a lot of footage had to be down. The documentary had to be down. You understand? I don't really believe that because a documentary is a documentary, and they could have had 45 minutes. They could have had an hour. To each one of those. You understand? They left out certain things. He said they even left out the one about Sarah Chapman. You understand? And for whatever reason, he probably left out a lot of other different stars too. Situations that they could have spoke about.
Oh, it's 2 bags?
Yeah, that's 2 bags.
Oh, so no, it's not done.
I have a problem with the documentary, and I'm just gonna let you know that the reason I have a problem with the documentary is that they know that they took my idea. You understand? They know that when I came to them, I laid out what they should do and how the documentary should be. You understand? She can say whatever she want to say. I talked to those producers before I even talked to her. They wanted to know what I had, what I was bringing, my pictures, all that stuff like that. And I told them about me, Tim, and Kurt.
Gene respects 50 because 50 doesn't lie or manipulate like Diddy. 50 was only in this for the truth. Freddie P., a major player who first broke the news that Diddy's sons were also involved, actually stood up for 50 Cent. Freddie was called by the producers and also talked to 50 Cent.
How's there a fucking
That's when he
4-yard
realized that
loss?
50 was the only person on that team who cared about the victims.
But what 50 was doing was, he wasn't budging. I give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, it wasn't even about the money. It was basically a response from his team, basically like, listen, we doing this on the strength of, we want people to get their story out. We want people who really was affected by him to tell their story. We don't want to base this on money. If we base this on money, then you kind of sunk down. You know what? So a lot of people, when you see them telling their stories on that DVD, that's why I give them the authentication of it. So
funny, I asked
he
you to
made
write that
sure
shit down and you know what I mean?
that you would only hear it. If you want to tell it, tell it. I ain't trying to put nothing in your pocket. I ain't trying to incite you or force you to tell nothing against this man that didn't happen. If you gonna tell it, tell it. If you got something to say and you really want the world to hear it, say it. I'm not gonna pay you extra to do it, and I gave them respect for that. And basically, they were basically like, man, this is not money motion. You know, this is not, we're not moving numbers around just so people can come talk.
And as for Jaguar Wright, she actually thinks that the documentary is full of lies. She refused to be a part of whatever Netflix was putting out because she knew that the industry executives would never put out anything that could hurt them. Once Jaguar actually saw the documentary, all of her fears were confirmed. Diddy's criminal friends weren't mentioned once. Clive Davis, Jay-Z, Oprah, none of these names were mentioned.
The story isn't over. I agree. Like, that's the thing. The story's not even being told.
Exactly.
Because in order to tell the actual whole story, you would have to include everyone that is involved. But no, this is about saving the industry and blaming it all on Diddy. Saving the industry and blaming it all on Diddy. Okay, Diddy's going to jail. He's going to do his time. I don't know if he's. I don't know what that appeal is looking like right now.
Pistol.
Because see, the one thing that all of this documentary shit is doing is definitely, his possibility for an appeal to get out early.
Go up.
Especially with the judge and the appeal board having to look at the footage of him sitting there with Mark Agnifilo, pretty much.
What are you fucking doing, dude? Why are you dicking around? Why are you dicking around not getting under
for him to be watching the
fag, boy?
feds watching him?
Yeah, film me.
Yeah, you'd be like, if it's like getting that close, I think they would hurry up.
Right.
At this point, Diddy is
fuck
just
are you
a
at?
scapegoat for the rest of the industry.
I've hit
They're
the
blaming
fucking
him
X like
for
6
everything,
fucking times.
trying to say
You're
that
not
they
fucking-
weren't responsible for any of it. The documentary didn't discuss
Like
any
he's
of
got all
this,
his
and it
time.
never looked at the most important question of all. If Diddy was being investigated for
Yeah.
RICO, where were his co-conspirators?
They did what they needed to do in this documentary. The whole objective of this documentary was to blame it all on Diddy. The devil made me do it. Blame it all on Diddy. And the rest of the industry is nothing like this. Like when Curtis Jackson sat there in his interview with Robin and sat there and said, I did this because I don't want people thinking that the hip-hop community is okay with this kind of behavior. I don't want them thinking that, we're just going to be silent while all of this is going on, like we're okay with this kind of behavior. My thing is, So now you speaking for all of hip-hop, and all of hip-hop is uncomfortable with this. Meanwhile, you got people like Ja Rule who, on the low-key, allegedly, Gene Deal has exposed for having his own nude tryst freak-offs.
Because you got everybody faked out over there.
Jaguar believes that if the complete list of everyone involved with Diddy ever came out, it would destroy the entertainment industry. How is it possible that Diddy has hundreds of victims throughout his career, but no one around him knew? Like, do you really expect us to believe that Diddy was doing all of this alone?
The video production industry is changing before our eyes, and Artlist is leading the way forward with the world's most complete creative AI platform. Get the best, most advanced AI models all in one place, so you can create high-end video production at scale. Join the biggest global brands. Be part of the future of video production and start creating without limits.
For the ones who rise to every challenge, there's Granger. For the ones who get it done.
During the Beauty Rest President's Day sale at Ashley, save up to $1,000 on select Beauty Rest Black adjustable sets. Plus free delivery and choose a free gift and get 60 months 0% financing. Now at Ashley.
Men don't do basic hydration. We need super hydration. Old Spice Super Hydration. Vitamin booster for 24/7 healthier looking skin.
Babe, are you using all the old clients?
Oops. Sorry. We're all out.
If the complete and utter truth comes out, three things happen.
You got mustard?
The entertainment industry collapses completely. Millions, possibly billions of advertising dollars. Don't get mad.
Careful, that. No, yeah. Kind of.
People go broke. Companies go under. That's why they hate me. Not because I'm telling the truth on people. Because I'm telling the truth about the system. And I'm showing people the reality that the only thing that matters is that dollar. These entities, these companies, they don't care about none of these people. They don't care about none of these victims. They don't care about the perpetrators. They don't care about the prey. Shit, half the time, they're encouraging the predator. They don't care.
No.
It's all about the money.
How come they, you know what's funny? Like I said,
the fact that Netflix knew about leaked footage 1 month after Diddy's arrest doesn't make any sense either. The entire story is full of holes. The biggest selling point about this documentary was the unreleased footage, which Netflix somehow managed to get its hands on. But here's the thing, when this documentary was first announced, Netflix didn't even have access to that footage.
He announced he was going to be doing the documentary December 2023 with Netflix.
For a couple $100.
And
but they won't use that
same
same energy
you use
to go search for these missing kids.
To get people to
you should be out there looking for missing kids. When you find all the missing kids, then go sit on the side of the street.
The number one in their
That's
TV
like at
shows
work. Like you got all these dishes, but I'm worried about fucking wiping down the sink in the bathroom.
How much stranger is that?
You know, eating my lunch and whatever.
I'm not baking.
No.
This footage.
No. Like basically, I'd be selling like donuts on the side.
When you said you were going to be doing this documentary
of the restaurant.
So we've got a videographer, a rogue videographer that has this very, very, very explosive, you know, very explosive footage of him literally sitting on camera, planning how to go after survivors, how to poison the jury pool, how to fix his trial in advance before he's even arrested. I mean, like, is anybody not forgetting when Mark Garrett, when Mark Agnafilo was sitting there talking to the sons in the hallway, and they're sitting there filming. And he's sitting up there. Yeah, well, see, what we got to do is we got to put countersuits on all of these people. We have to create lawsuits ourselves. He's sitting there talking about creating lawsuits to affect public perception.
I wish I could.
He's talking about that with the kids.
I think I can.
50 Cent, Gene Deal, and Jaguar only care about getting the truth out, which Netflix wasn't even remotely interested in. 50 did this documentary despite all the risks that came with it. Everyone in the industry is hating on 50 and calling him a rat for snitching on Diddy. Allegedly, he is even being threatened now. These industry executives want to ruin 50's image and reputation.
I tell 50 Cent, man, I hope you're walking on a straight arrow, man, because they waiting to see you fall. They want to see you fall so bad, brother.
Sure.
I'm talking about, man, I'll be in the comments and I'll be just reading it like, oh, 50 got his name comment. Like, why y'all niggas so upset about a like, pedophile? Like, it's stuff that y'all niggas don't. It's so many people, right, that's victims of puppy that can't speak, that's sitting back like,
Get him, 50. Huh? Get him, 50.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they basically saying, you don't even know half of it.
Sure, exactly.
If I was to come and say my story, not me personally, but I'm saying, I've heard that 2 or 3 times. Yeah. If I tell my story, but now I'm not trying to clout chase, I'm not trying to be a part of this, a part of that. And I'm like, hey, man.
Gene Deal said the same thing.
First baby mama started following each other on IG an hour ago. Prepare for the worst. Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Roc Nation, Desiree Perez are out to get him out of the paint. Alert. Listen here. Everybody that it says, and Desiree Perez, all them people got dirt under them, bro. You understand? They got all them people got dirt on their fingernails. Jay-Z got dirt in his fingernails. You understand? Jay-Z was messing with young girls from our block. Tiring them. I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking a side. Desiree, husband, was a former drug dealer. That she turned on a whole cartel. All of them got dirt on them. And 50 got they dirt. You understand? 50 gonna know they dirt. Because 50 got investigators, he got people that's in the street. So if they go at him, listen here, I deem him like myself 10 times a normal man. He gonna do what he gotta do. And the whole thing about it is...
You know what happened?
They trying to retaliate on him.
And we started
for something he did to somebody
continue or nothing
else.
So all the settings got reset.
I feel that.
So we don't have the Packers playbook. We have the Bills playbook.
It's some
so that was the Packers playbook?
It's some worth.
So now how did we change that last time in here?
Coming around. Because all that shit about to fall. All that that we seen in the industry, these demons want to have and turn little boys into little girls into little boys. That's about to go out the window, bro.
The shocking part of this prediction is that it's actually coming true. Less than a week after Gene Deal warned 50 Cent, Diddy's kids announced that they were partnering with the Zeus Network to release a documentary that focuses on Diddy's side of the story. The trailer also revealed that Diddy is going to be a part of the documentary.
Sean Diddy Combs' sons, Justin and Christian, are teasing a new docuseries about their family. Justin and Christian King Combs appear in a new trailer released December 28th to Instagram by Zeus Network's founder. In the trailer, Justin and Christian sit on a couch in a screening room while a series of headlines about their father cycle on screen. At the end of the trailer, Justin's phone vibrates and he answers a collect call from the Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institute, where Combs is currently behind bars. No release date for the docuseries is given, though the teaser says viewers can expect it at some point in 2026. Combs shares Justin with ex-Misa Hilton and Christian with the late Kim Porter. The rapper is also dad to 34-year-old son Quincy and daughters Chance, 19, twins Delilah and Jesse, also 19, and Love, who is 3 years old. Combs was transferred to Fort Dix from the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York in late October after he was sentenced to 50 months in prison on prostitution-related convictions.
Zeus Network has a new Diddy documentary coming out, and this time it is coming from the perspective of Diddy and his sons. All the time I thought we were about to leave Diddy in 2025. Well, this documentary is coming in 2026. And a lot of people, just like myself, are already not feeling this new documentary coming from Diddy's sons. A lot of people aren't happy about it and actually shocked that the owner of Zeus Network, Lemmy, is doing this Diddy documentary. But what a lot of people fail to forget is Lemmy and Diddy have been friends for quite some time.
Of his children arriving in court for day one of their father's trial in New York. Fans gripped in solidarity.
Do you still believe your dad's innocent? How did you feel hearing that testimony? Have you apologized on behalf of your father? Do you believe your father's innocent?
enslaving
And Diddy
Hello.
from Fort Dix.
This is a prepaid collect
What?
call from
Yeah,
Federal
they don't even
Correctional
talk about that
Institution,
yet.
Fort
They haven't
Dix.
even dipped into any of that. They used to buy with,
When they
got
released this
niggas-
trailer
look,
last night,
Diddy's
there were so
head of
many comments
security
to Lemmy and Zeus
had
Network
property
that they did not
down
want to see
along the
this. A
Mexican
lot
border.
of people feel like this whole
And,
new documentary is just
the
a
people
PR
around there, like
narrative
the
once again
ranchers,
being
they
pushed
said,
by
"You don't
Diddy
own
and his
property
sons to try to clean up his image.
Unless
And after
you're a
hearing
rancher
certain things on
or a
50
criminal."
Cent's Netflix documentary, we have to go back in time and remember
they were
what we were
dude,
seeing
they were
during
fucking
trial.
grabbing
Even
bitches
when
off
it
the
came
border.
to Diddy's
And
sons,
Biden was part of
Christian
it,
and
though.
Justin Combs.
They were
They both
actively-
came
dude,
on two
they had
separate
Walmarts. I could
occasions
show
to
you. They
trial
had Walmarts.
wearing a free Sean Combs
They had
shirt. The
Walmarts.
first one to do this was Christian Combs during Jane's testimony. And you're not
Full of
supposed to
kids,
wear
dude,
this stuff
with guards
in front
outside,
of a
not letting
jury
people
to
come
try
around
to
the building.
sway their opinions. And the judge actually
10,000
told
kids
him he
in
had
all
to
Walmart.
leave and take
What?
it off. And then literally like a week later, Justin
I'll
did
get
the
them
same
now.
exact
Maybe-
thing. It was
maybe
taken
before I
out of the
leave.
courtroom by the judge.
when I
And we
realize it's done.
already saw the
I have to tell
videos
you
in the
that.
Netflix doc of Diddy talking to
Why,
Justin,
America?
saying he
Why?
needed to push
Huh?
out certain content to control a
No, you got
narrative.
one.
During the trial, there were a lot of things going on that
Yeah,
I
but
could
you got
see that to
$2
me
I
felt like it was just
yeah, wait
straight
till you go
PR.
to the
Do you
I'm not
remember
listening
all
to
of these
that.
people that were wearing the free Diddy shirts? And it was actually a meme coin that's on their shirt. It's money sign Diddy.
Gene saw all of this coming a mile away, and he even predicted what this documentary was going to be about. They're going to go after 50 Cent and target his personal life. Anything and everything they can use against 50 to make him look bad. Diddy's kids are going to use it.
First of all, they're gonna try to get his baby mama stories. You know, they're gonna try to get 50 baby mama stories. They're gonna try to get girls that he probably dated, that he had problems and issues with and stuff like that.
Get some shit
You know
that's
what
on
I'm
sale
saying?
for
They're gonna try to
Val-
do
for
the same
Valentine's Day.
thing they
Since
probably
it's
did
over
to
now.
R. Kelly or Puff or whatever like that, and people tell their story.
It might be on sale today.
You understand? But you know they try to retaliate on what he did.
Tomorrow.
Well, wait till 8 o'clock
Let
at
him go
night.
ahead, bro. Because I think he's ready for it. You don't do this, and you don't do the stuff that he did
Unless you're clean.
Or sign on to the
Unless
stuff
you're
that
clean.
he did with Puff. Unless you got your shit on.
Hell yeah.
Let's you clean, boy. You got that shit off your hand. You got that shit off your ass. You got that shit off your toilet seat.
I believe 50 ready for it. If they come at him any kind of way.
Season 2 isn't about streaming numbers or corporate approval. It's about putting the pieces together that were deliberately left out, the names that were never mentioned, the connections that were ignored, and the questions no one wants answered. Drop a comment below. Do you think Diddy was acting alone, or is the industry protecting someone bigger?
This is the people's game.
This is Buick now.
That's real cute of you.
Exceptional by
Real
design.
cute.
Get 0.9%
I'm sure
APR
Yeshua
on
would
these
love
Buick
to hear you
models.
talk
Plus,
like
current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
What is this? At the Spot Unfiltered we're on right now?
We were told that there was a videotape.
You got a mess here. You couldn't even clean up like a proper waitress.
The video will never make sense to me.
I can't
And I will
believe you
never
woke me
understand
up
where
this
he
morning too, you asshole.
What?
You're an asshole.
For what?
Putting your sock in my face?
Friends don't kill
You're an
friends.
asshole. See what I get you.
Remember when you put your sock in my face?
I didn't put it in your face. I told you to smell it.
Jeez, see what it gets me.
See what it gets you.
The
You're not
crime's
off the
committed
hook.
in the house out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm not off the hook. You're back on the hook now with that behavior. That's fine.
Good.
I don't need no money.
And then we found
I like
evidence
being
that's
broke.
going to help us solve this crime.
It's funner that way. It's more of a challenge.
Halloween masks.
I love it.
Like we didn't expect to find was a videotape. Could this be video evidence of the homicide? Sorry, Cassie's family.
Maybe in my next life, when I come back as a female.
You're gonna come back as
And then
an
probably
ugly
have me
female
as well.
too.
30
Huh?
times.
You're gonna come back
Video
as an ugly female too.
That's fine. Ugly bitches get fucked good too.
Not really any more of these things. And
Niggas
if there
love
were,
ugly bitches because they give it up faster.
Ugh.
It was just
Tim gonna be the whore on the block.
obviously I can never watch it again.
I'm gonna have so many
You get
babes.
ran through.
I'm gonna have so many babes and so many eyelashes.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Five baby daddies. Five kids.
Yeah. And they can have the kid. I'm be like Lisa. Ken stepmom.
You don't even know how to put them on.
Yeah, they're gonna be fucked off of me. They're gonna be stuck to my back. This is the one that gets us 50 subscribers right here.
There's no explanation.
Let's go, America!
Is there any random people looking at it? Do you see?
I haven't looked lately. I'm just, trying. You know how you guys just be patient, late back, let God work.
Choose their friends
You know what I'm saying?
wisely.
I'm on one. Yeah. Let's talk about the old
sure these people like to see these ass whoopings we've been handed.
Oh yeah, you're like laughing at us. You're like, God, man.
What did that thing hit? The concrete?
Yeah, right? Look at it go. It never came down.
That thing flew
It went
into
to the moon, I guess.
infinity.
It went to the moon. Yeah, infinity. Don't you know that's the sign? Isn't that funny? That's the sign they make when they go to the moon. Is the infinity symbol to get around the moon? You full? Yeah? Nugget trying. Oh. Boo. You're gonna get us copyrighted.
Well, watch this fake shit. Watch this shit.
What happened to the music? We were having fun.
That's on stream. This is dope.
What? My brain is leaking out of my
My brain's leaking out of my ear, for real.
accused me of
I
faking
can
my
prove it.
symptoms. I was medically neglected for years.
Yeah.
I cannot remember a time that I didn't have
Cool.
some form of
Wow.
headache. Whenever
That was cool.
Man,
I started getting
coolest
really
thing
bad brain
ever.
fog.
Yeah, man.
Ever.
Ever.
I would raise my eyebrows.
Ever.
They were very
Ever.
minor. Nobody ever noticed
Ever.
them. Everyone just kind of brushed them aside. When I was
What
around
he do is
12,
fucking throwing the ball. He
really
wasn't throwing the
bad.
ball. I
I
wasn't
started
throwing.
having episodes
We got
where I would
background
just
noise.
kind of drop. My body would go limp. My family members, they
My
were just
face
kind
would
of
go
like, she's
slump.
being a hypochondriac, so I couldn't
I'm
be
a
treated.
hypochondriac.
That wasn't a throw. Look at this.
Causes involuntary movements or sounds called tics.
I'm not.
Around like 14, all my other symptoms got worse. I started developing something
Come out here and control this then.
That's not what you would consider.
Come out here and control this then.
What is that?
What is it?
What?
Nigga for content, nigga. America, would you tell her?
Or did he
See,
intercept?
you want this left? Yeah, come on. How you can't do music because we copyrighted.
Really?
Yeah. You can, but you can only do it for like 20 seconds on each song.
That's gay.
Yeah. You gotta be like my aunt and press scan on the radio. Or what was it? Seek or scan? Which one was it?
See his dick going out of your ass. Uh-oh, what did I do?
Nothing. You gotta turn it back on now. Press power. The home button. There you go.
Oh, he's nuts.
That's
Oh, bird.
perfect. You are so graceful. Can I tell you something awesome? Do you need a ride? Sure.
Where does it live retire network connection?
Hey, how was the meet? We lost, huh? No, we won. We won? Oh, I wish we could have been there.
Make sure and watch live TV for it.
Yes, sir. Well, honey, you said you
You
wanted to
don't
stay
have,
alone.
you don't have
We
live
thought we were
TV.
giving you space. Vacation.
I don't know what we're doing.
You don't know what we're doing.
In my room, do you mind? No, we don't mind, but that's not the way to your room. It's not.
It's real interesting.
Oh,
Shit, you.
I can't even put on Juice WRLD.
No. You're fucking copyright and the whole video's gonna get taken down. So no, you gotta watch shit like news type shit or informational, educational, entertainment purposes only.
Hands in my feet.
Entertain the people, man. Damn it, create some damn content, you fucking moron. I didn't mean that.
You guys, but you weren't there.
I did.
And everybody else had family that was the
Yeah.
We'll be at everyone's.
I can't put I'm trying to think.
What bothers you the most in this world? What makes you the happiest in this world other than music? Because music is purely demonic.
This is Vanessa's You can only play here if she invites you.
No.
Fuck.
All right, now you two get ready for bed.
Okay. They're falling asleep.
Shut up.
Our viewers are leaving as we speak. Yup, there were 22 viewing when you got on the controller. Now it's down to 13.
It's too early for this shit.
Well, you should have stayed your ass under the blanket then.
So I hope this makes sense for us. Hey. So come on, man. What you think?
I can put on hot ones or no?
Huh?
Can I put on hot ones?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
There you have it, man.
Yeah, we can talk shit about them, yeah.
Good king knows
Not this pedophile.
Mr. Beast?
He's a pedophile.
No, he's not.
He is. You're an idiot. Then he's a pedophile.
How?
Nigga, he's a pedo. Look it up. Look up Mr. Beast pedophile. Go to search.
No.
Yes. Come on. That's how you create content, nigga. Prove me wrong.
I don't want to see
Prove me
Mr.
wrong.
Pedophile.
That's what Charlie Kirk said. Prove me wrong. You don't know which one of them niggas ate kids. Probably all of them. Look at Jimmy Fallon. What happened?
Will Ferrell?
Oh, XX? He's a goofball athlete. He probably does eat kids.
I literally didn't even hear your question. It's so hot. Say that again.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Will Ferrell. He's a comedy icon with a storied career in TV and film that spans decades. And he has a new film. It's called Downhill, in theaters February 14th. Go check it out. But first, the Wings of Death. Will Ferrell, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sean.
How do you handle your heat, Will?
Not that funny.
I enjoy spicy food to an extent. Yeah, how about yourself?
Well, I do by vocation.
I do have to say, I do have a very active ulcer right now.
Oh.
So
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know that.
Not at all. Great.
I don't know that.
Great. And I should
But
say,
there are
full
other people I will
disclosure,
say about.
we're supposed to do this interview with Will and Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Right, but she's under the weather.
And you cannot be taken on the wings of death when you're under the weather, you know?
No, there's no way.
There's no way. So the interview might be a little funky today.
Yeah.
We're calling it audible.
Right.
We got Will.
Is that dude just
Make it
getting
work.
his face? His elbows?
Shoulder, face, combo. It's a combo.
Okay, the classic, no big deal. Delicious.
No problem.
No problem.
So I'm curious about the production process on Downhill. The behind-the-scenes photos, they're beautiful. Same with the trailer. I know it was shot in Austria. But I do have to imagine that shooting in the slopes like that day in, day out, there had to have been some logistical challenges.
Absolutely.
Put the hot sauce on his dick and give him a blowjob.
I mean, you know, we're shooting most of the movie outdoors.
You look, they want to make out.
Right around 3:30.
They got like some gay.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, shooting in the wintertime.
They got like gay music on.
4:30, 5 a.m. wake-up calls to get on a huge snowcat to be on the side of the mountain as the sun was rising. That was great. Actually, we used all the elements to our benefit.
Oh yeah, turn on Ramsey. I watch
Show
Ramsey.
made an interesting
That's
point
my
about how
nigga.
oftentimes
And
the
he shit
funniest
himself.
moments
They got
in
me
films are
starting to laugh
ones
at.
that run up against things that are.
We can put Ramsey on here. I don't mind promoting him a little bit. Hopefully he's not a child eater. Hopefully he doesn't eat the entrails of children.
It's not looking good,
He's a chef, dude. Like, willing to try anything.
No, try to.
Sound catchy because
Yeah, that is a slippery slope, no lie.
and the bowl. This could be a go back.
Yep.
Using Lysol disinfectant spray on
He
surfaces
knows how to
helps
cook
reduce their
everything.
spread by 4 times.
Not in my house, mineral cocoa.
And how should human flesh
disease
be?
and struggling with your
I mean,
symptoms? It's not too soon
what
to
should it
talk
be
to your
like?
doctor
Or,
about Entyvio for moderate to severe Crohn's. And
like
learn about the results
pancake.
you need, including rapid symptom relief and long-term remission. Entyvio
Press
is
skip.
the only gut-focused treatment
Press
for
skip.
Crohn's
Press
that
skip.
helps block inflammation in the gut.
And TVO, you have to send me a check. And
Is there a
TVO.
toilet nearby?
Send
Quickly,
me
do
a
you mind? I
check.
go for a piss. Is it nearby?
It is.
Need
Right
one?
into the green room. Right into the green
Need
room.
Give me a plate. Give me a can. You sure you don't want?
Yeah. Give me that.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First Week Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And it's a banner day in internet history as we open up Season 8 with Gordon Ramsay. He's one of the world's most decorated and successful chefs with an empire that includes more than a dozen restaurants, countless best-selling cookbooks, and 7 hit TV shows, including MasterChef Junior, which returns to Fox this February. Gordon Ramsay, welcome to the show.
Great to see you.
So we started Hot Ones about 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Shortly after we put up our first episode, we were bombarded with requests to get Gordon Ramsay on the show. And as the show has grown, so too has that albatross around our necks, which is following me from the internet to the airport to my family get-togethers. So
Well,
this
we
one
need
is
you to
very
comment
much
on this.
for the fans.
Huh?
I'm nervous
You're
in a
supposed to
good way,
comment.
but at the same time, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So I just want
You're
to
the one
say
that told us
thank you
about
for
it.
coming in today.
You're welcome. Good to see you. Congrats, by the way.
Thank you, Gordon.
Season 8, amazing. I have 4 kids. They're paying me to come on this. Dad, I want to see how good your palate is or how strong your palate is. You've got a big mouth.
Oh,
You
hell
shout
no.
and scream all day long, but can you take a hot wing? So finally,
His kids
under
made
immense
him do
pressure
it.
from the family and a lot of supporters out there, I'm here.
The world has pressured us into this room, Gordon.
That is it. If it all goes tits up after this, it doesn't matter. We make the hot
See,
ones.
dude's real. Dude's real. He's not like coming talking some stupid ass. I mean, look at the difference in conversation between dude and fucking knucklefuck. Listen to the music. They put on epic music for dude. They put gay ass, soft ass, I'm a real fag boy music on for Will Ferrell.
You're up.
I'm up. I know. I've been up since like 7:30.
So, how long will these wings cook for?
Uh-oh. I knew that
Yeah,
this was
trying
going
to
to
wake
happen.
me up.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Yeah, because they're a bit fucking overcooked.
Maybe I wanted to spend time with her Valentine's Day before I had to go to work. Huh? Think about that, America. That's all a nigga was trying to do. Spend time with the girl.
Oh, where's my
That's a
chocolate
wing. Look
at?
at your arms.
You could've
It's
got
still
it.
at the store. You gotta go get
It's a
it.
bit neat.
You heard me, America? I
So,
gave her
Gordon, as we
options.
mentioned in your intro, MasterChef
Actually, you
Junior
should've
comes
woke up with
back
me and
next
gone to
month, one of your
Walgreens.
many shows that become a global
Damn it, I
phenomenon.
would've got
When you think
chocolate.
back
Yeah.
on all the times you've been
You
wowed by the raw
motherfucker.
talent
I
of the
told
child
you to
on the
get
show,
up.
is there a story that
I was
stands out?
slumped.
How you think you
I
got
think some
sodas?
of the earlier
How you
kids
think we
now,
got chicken
you know,
strips?
You're back on season 1. Yeah, they're into the
They got
18,
chicken strips
19-year-olds.
at Walgreens?
Yeah.
Alexander from season 1. This guy is a prolific chef. He's
When you
barely
pimp
19
and
years
you
of age.
pimp.
And for the last 5 years, he
All
spent
right, leave your
weekends,
food cart here.
holidays in some of the most amazing restaurants in the world. So
I said we
I
going
say,
to the real
no
store.
mum, no dad,
This time.
no school
You
teacher.
fucker.
You're going to love me, you're going to hate me. It's going to be the best
I-
food
that's the last
you've
money
ever
I'm
met.
getting.
I want
You
a
come out of
Heath
this
bar.
a much better cook. And they
That's the
do.
last money I'm
What's been
getting.
the most disturbing
Oh.
thing that
Maybe
you've
I'll
ever
bring you
seen,
chocolate cake or
unnoticed, or
something.
uncared for at a
Will
restaurant
you?
on
I
Kitchen
don't know. I'll see
Nightmares?
what they got. I gotta see what they're making.
So
Could
I
be
went
some gay
into
shit,
a
like
refrigeration unit once and saw a
That'd
tartar
be
sauce,
good.
3.5
I like
years out of date.
devil's cake.
How fucking
The
dumb
devil's-
must you be to
devil's
use
I
a
cake.
bet
tartar
you
sauce
do.
that stank? To use a sauce that's festering, bubbling like something out of fucking Harry Potter that was off 3 years
It's
ago.
good. It's nice and chocolatey.
Look, it is a
Several
perfect
Stuart
time for
Littles
everybody to
spotted in
learn.
the corner of the kitchen. Yeah,
Why
big motherfuckers. They're like cats.
Can a non-believer
I didn't know they
be,
had
not
cats.
be
They
able
didn't.
to
It was a fucking
Look at
rats.
those kittens.
Yeah, pretty shocking. From rats to mold
because
to
if you
recently.
both fall in love with each other, you're never gonna see each
Coming
other
across a
again.
restaurant with plastic
You
cheese
die.
over nachos,
So
covered
what's the point?
in mold. Do you have any idea how long cheese needs to sit in a fridge? That's plastic cheese to
Years.
get mold.
Years.
Fucking years.
Yeah.
Years. Hippy dippy green. What are they smoking? They
dippy
call these
green.
things.
Look, am I turtly enough for you?
Okay.
So the restaurant business is notoriously difficult with these thin margins, and then of course infinite space for human error. And then when you're a chef who's famous and has this large
Damn,
empire
I'm
that
fucking
goes across
acting,
several
bro.
continents, you end up being
I
a
can't
target
do
for the
this
type
shit
of
no more.
Yelper
What?
or TripAdvisor
acting.
commenter that's like,
Oh.
this place is a total
You'll be
ripoff.
alright.
I could have made it for $3.
Yeah,
Can you
it's
explain
never
in
been
layman's
this
terms the
bad.
basic
Go see a
math behind how
dermatologist.
a $25
I need to see
cheeseburger might end up
someone.
on a menu?
Fuck this shit
I've
off
seen
my face.
chefs with
Probably tell you
gold
what's wrong.
Right.
to get to the $100 mark, which is a bit
Damn.
stupid.
Probably
because you don't
stress,
go
who
and eat a
knows?
fucking burger with gold
It
leaf.
is stress.
Well, then chill the fuck out.
And why taint that
can't.
flavour?
Well,
So,
you're an idiot then.
$25 burger, it's all about the
You don't know how to
thickness,
relax?
the blend. It depends
No.
on whether it's the chuck or the short rib.
Why?
A great brioche bun.
Because I'm
And
always
how you
like,
lay that up with, all the
worried
trappings of a
and
luxurious
stuff.
burger.
About
Is
what?
there a
That's because
hidden
you know
cost
why?
in running
Or
a
they
restaurant that
you're
most
not
diners
trusting
are
God.
unaware of?
You're not
it's called
trusting
rent,
Yeshua,
labour costs.
aka
Two
Jesus.
big key factors in running a successful business. Landlords.
He says, don't worry
labour
about
away.
tomorrow.
So
Don't worry about
successful
what
you
you're
are,
going to
rent.
eat. Don't worry
Else,
about what you're going to wear. Don't
less
worry about where you're going to
successful
sleep.
you are,
Worry about
more
today.
I wish I could
So,
razor blade my
great
face.
way of identifying
Worry
class
about that would
restaurants.
make it way
Being
worse.
Monday night.
Worry
Friday,
about
Saturday,
today and
they'll
the
take
evil
care
you're
of
dealing with
itself
today.
naturally. If you
That
can
means
fit in
the
Monday,
things
Tuesday,
that you got to
you'll
do,
manage to avoid
the
it.
hard things you got to do today to get where you want to be,
Fucking great
that's
food
the
and hot
stuff
sauce.
he's talking about.
Are you serious?
Deal with
I know
those
that you spent
things,
your
that
early years
evil.
studying classic French
Because
technique,
the
you're
fact that
bouncing around
we got to go to
restaurants,
work and
London,
sweat
Paris,
by the
working
brow
alongside some of
just
the
to
most
eat,
influential chefs in the world. So with that
that's
in mind,
evil.
I want to bounce some of the
That's,
people, some of
you
the
know,
mentors
but
that
that's a
helped shape
that's a
Gordon Ramsay into
consequence
this
of us
battle-hardened
choosing
perfectionist
knowledge
that we see
of
today.
good and evil.
I'm just curious what you learned about cooking, what you
If
learned
we
about
didn't
business,
choose
maybe
that
even what you
knowledge,
learned
Eat your
about life
fucking
from each,
food,
okay?
Kevin.
We'll start with Marco
these
Figueroa.
nuts.
Fucking phenomenal.
America.
All
I
praise
didn't mean it like
no.
that. Yes, I
I
did.
thought my performance sometimes was shocking in the kitchen. That was a fucking Hollywood blockbuster right there.
And then they have your
Oscar
ice cream
nominated.
bar. I saved the last one for you.
That guy was nice. He could close his eyes and dress the blade beautifully.
Bag
And
it.
he could come out looking like
Vegito.
I mean, stunning.
How about Guy Savoy?
Guy Savoy was amazing. It was like this perfect Frenchman that was, hard as fuck on the outside. And then you look at him. it's the
Yap,
kind of guy
yap,
that
yap.
your
Fast
grandma
forward like
takes the
10
fucking
minutes
bingo.
till it like
We
starts
had
getting
1.5
hot.
days off a week. That half
All we
day,
got
you
is
took that
yapping.
half
We
day,
ain't
you're
yapping about
fucked.
shit.
So you had to be in there.
Jimbo's
No
fat
pay.
head is good.
And show
No,
me.
it ain't.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
To learn.
kidding.
As
It's right
an
here.
English cook in a French kitchen, I had to bust
There
my
you
ass
do it.
twice as
Oh,
hard.
there it goes.
Now, one of the best chefs.
Come
living today.
on. Do it.
And
It's
still
not.
a prominent figure.
Here, you do
in
it.
cuisine.
How about Joel Robuchon?
I got.
Robuchon was a taskmaster, combined Marco, Ring of Fire. Was that Johnny Cash? I
was
got one
Johnny.
Aww. The commercial.
Yes, also it's just.
So, when people have reached their peak in a profession, whether it's
Sorry,
Kobe Bryant,
I think that's. I feel like that's burning a new ring on my fucking ass.
Oh, wow.
you and I both, Gordon, eye to eye on this one.
Now I know
We're
what
in
that
this
fucking
together.
song means. Ring of Fire. Was that Johnny Cash? I was Johnny
Cash.
fucking sick. There's nothing coming through, so we're okay.
All right, but everybody in production,
Ah!
you ready? Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare
Yeah,
eat
Ring of
that
Fire.
shit.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Because I
As somebody
sweat
with a
just
foot
smelling
in
shit.
both worlds, who's more insufferable, TV critics or restaurant
Yeah,
critics?
he's like, that's
They're both couple of
You're not a real
They're both
Mexican.
standing staring. They wish they could be you. So fucking
I am
take
a
a
real
picture.
Mexican.
You want to
to be
too busy in the
Mexican.
second
I was
one.
supposed to fed hot food
It
from
seems
the
like
nipple.
on paper at least that you would enjoy
switching.
the
He's like,
linguistic flair of a
Dude,
good
got
tape.
what they call that?
So I'm
The
curious. I want to
voluntary
hit you
movement?
with a
I
few
need some milk.
infamously
That boy
savage
needs some
restaurant
milk.
reviews. I'm just curious how they're in your ear
from an insult level.
Before you go there, I remember once the Evening Standard years ago when I first opened, and this amazing food critic described one of my dishes.
Around your eyes, Gordon.
Feeling
Don't
rub your eyes, Gordon.
Yeah, what are you fucking
That's how you
doing?
describe my fucking dish. Toxic skull in a stagnant pool. Shit.
Of all people,
Did I really hurt
a
that
chef
much?
should know that.
Let me bounce this one off of you from Jay Rayner. Writing for The Guardian in 2013, he said of the mussels at Viande Brussels in London, the meat inside the shells is small and shriveled and dry. Each shell contains what looks like the retracted scrotum of a hairless cat.
Wow. So that's savage, right?
Yeah.
So we can't talk about critics like that, but they can talk about us like that. I'm a firm believer in keeping it professional, but not personal. So I had a run-in once with a critic, and unfortunately I asked him to leave. But fuck, my heart's beating as well, like fucking the drum. What's going on with these fucking wings? Did you make this sauce?
This next one is from Pete Wells in the New York Times. They're at Guy Fieri's restaurant in Times Square. Why is one of the few things on your menu that can be eaten without fear or regret called a roasted pork banh mi when it resembles that item about as much as you resemble Emily Dickinson?
Jesus Christ almighty, good morning. Glad you've had a fucking great day. I know Guy,
He likes
but
to
any
cuss.
chef that turns around and puts donkey sauce on his fucking menu, you're gonna get a kick in. Okay?
Well, he's trained.
Because if
with
my
it.
wife was sat there thinking,
The more you
I'm
do
gonna have
something,
ribs with the
the
donkey
easier it
sauce,
becomes.
it doesn't quite ring well.
It's a habit. It's a habit.
You know, shit happens. Take it, okay, and shut the fuck up.
And then
Exactly.
one more.
Shut the fuck up.
At the risk of being a bit cheeky, this one is from the late Sunday Times writer A.A. Gill about your own restaurant, Aubergine, in the 90s. The chef is
I
a
got a
failed
Bible
sportsman who
for
acts like an
women on my
11-year-old.
phone,
Yeah.
Fuck it.
and it pops up randomly and says stuff.
Fuck him.
Is it what is it? KJV, NIV, ESV?
I don't know, it's just
Yeah,
the
I didn't
Bible
realise
for
coming
women.
Look up Acts 8:37.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, if I said that fucking nuke now, look at the label on that fucking
Verse
thing.
of the dead, have the same attitude that Christ Jesus
And the wings are
had.
getting fucking smaller and smaller. Now they look like my
Wait,
fucking
what?
hand has no fucking...
Verse of the day, have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had.
But they changed the words. It's supposed to be have the same mind that Christ had. A big difference. Attitude is like he wags his finger and gives a chicken hand.
They're over here eating.
Shit. That's
Look
like
up Acts
fucking sticking your tongue
8:37.
in a fucking plate of acid.
I want to know what it says.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What the
Acts
fuck's going to happen tomorrow when we're back behind the line,
ACTS
tasting and perfecting? Where the
8:37.
fuck are you going to be tomorrow? Because I mean, I have to call
Oh.
it.
I thought you said axe, like an axe
I'll be in
murder.
town. I'll be in town
Yeah.
with you.
No, Acts
never
like
one
a
to
state
mince
Act 1,
words.
Act
The
2.
When it
Describe the
comes to
intense
items that don't
reaction
meet
of
your
the
culinary
crowd
standards,
to
whether it's your pub food that's laced in
Pentecost
truffle
where
oil,
they
or
were
your tasting menus overrun with foam.
Really?
How does Gordon Ramsay feel about some of the 2018
he's got-
food trends that have
what do
been
you call
bubbling
it?
up across social media? We'll find out today. Steven,
It's 2:37.
laptop please.
8:37.
Gordon, how you doing, my
8:37.
man?
Now I feel like I just swallowed a fucking mouthful of bandages.
Yeah, wow.
Do you have any thoughts
He's talking
on this
about
black
Pepto
foods trend,
Bismol.
known as
I
goth
saw
foods?
that.
Everything from
What
thick
the
black
fuck?
ice cream to all black burger buns made with activated charcoal.
If thou beliefs with all thine heart thou mayest.
Really?
And he answered and said, I believe that
I'm now
Jesus Christ
fucking
is the
crying
Son
over
of
a
God
fucking wing.
and is often admitted and monitored